just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. Swish. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money.
Hey, what's going on, good people? I hope you guys are having a great start to your week thus far. It's your first time hanging out with me. I'm Dr. Travis Davis. Been doing this government contracting thing for a little over 11 years, and I come to you live each and every week, Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, to go over government contracting, business, and marketing, as well as investing, all right here on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and continue to share this live video out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners that you know need to level themselves up. Today, we are going to be talking about how to turn yourself from a zero to a hero in government contracting. It's not a hard thing to do. It may be a little different, as well as all the fears that are being pumped right now. It may make you think that this process isn't for everybody, or you got to be special to do it. Well, hopefully we can bust that myth tonight, and you can keep proceeding forward with government contracting and doing some amazing things out here. So buckle in tight, get your notepad ready, get your questions ready as well. There is no dumb question. So if you do have one, by all means, put it in the chat. I'll be able to answer them. But do not send me a message after I get off this live asking me questions for the free ski. That's why I'm here on live, to answer them questions, because when you do it on my personal time, I have no choice but to charge you for that, because that is my personal time. So stop being scared to ask your questions on the live is the moral of the story, so I can go ahead and get those things answered for you. But before we start diving in tonight, make sure that you guys are putting in the comments, I am a millionaire. Remember, I need you to believe that you could do this thing. I've already done it 1,000,000 times over. I need you to get involved, in you to execute. I can't execute for you. And if you truly want to be a millionaire, well, it starts with you believing it first. So when you type that I am a millionaire, whether you're watching live or on replay, when we come back to it a year from now, you're going to laugh at that message right there that I am a millionaire. And next, always make sure you comment where you're tuning in from, whether you're live, watching on replay. We want to hear from you. Where are you at in this universe? Because there's always an opportunity to network with people. There is no stranger danger over here. We love strangers. So make sure that you guys are letting us know where you're tuning in from. You never know who's watching or will be watching on replay that you guys can connect with and make some amazing things happen there. Don't forget to visit TravisKnows.com to join our community completely for free, as well as to stay updated with everything that we got going on. And that is KNOWS.com, TravisKnows.com, so we can get you guys updated to that. Oh yeah, I need to open up my LinkedIn. For some reason, I can never see the LinkedIn comments on my live feed, but I got it open now. So if you guys do comment on LinkedIn, I'll have the comments here, or you got questions, I have it here, so I'll be able to see those as they do come in. Just FYI, my apologies for not being able to see them before. I don't know what LinkedIn is doing over here with my connection, but again, I'm looking at your comments on LinkedIn now, just FYI. All right, so let's get ready. Oh, we got Coach Ricky in the building. Look at little Rick. My man Ricky out here. What's going on with you? We got Phil in the building out in California, another millionaire out here. What's happening with you, Phil? We got Z in the building. What's going on with you, Z? I appreciate you being here. We got GovCon with Courtney. Shout outs to Courtney. If you guys jump into our community, you'll probably see Courtney hanging around there helping you guys out. He's a tremendous value add into the community and knows his stuff as well. So definitely make sure that you guys are tuning in with Courtney. You'll also see Deshanti and Simone in our community as well, and my man Muhammad. So if you guys run into them while you're in the community, they are a wealth of knowledge and can help you out as well. Got my man Timothy in the building. What's happening with you? We got Sean in the building. What's going on with you, my brother? Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Well, let's get ready to dive into this thing. My first question that I have for you guys, again, whether you're watching live or on replay, I want you to put this in the comments. You're either going to put a 0, a 1, or a 2 or higher if you want to go higher. But I want to know where you're at in the contracting game. I told you I'm trying to take you from a 0 to a hero, but I got to know where you're at. If you are just getting started out, you've never won a contract yet, I want you to put a 0 in the chat. Again, whether you're watching live or on replay, if you've never ever won a contract yet, I need you to put a 0 in the chat. Maybe you ain't even registered on SAM.gov yet. 0 goes into that chat. If you've won a contract, or 2, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. That lets me know you got a little taste of it. I didn't ask about the size of the contract. If you've won a government contract, I didn't ask as a subcontractor. If you have won a government contract that got your name on it, your business name, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you are excelling and you're looking to scale your business right now and take it to another level, you're crushing contracts, I want you to put a 2 or higher in the chat. And again, this is whether you're watching live or on replay, because this is going to let me know where everybody's at. And I imagine that we got a couple 0s and 1s in there, and that's why we started today's segment from 0 to hero, because I was at that moment of a 0. And hopefully by the end of tonight, I can give you some confidence so you can go out there and make yourself a hero. I can't do it for you. You got to be willing to do it by yourself. But I'm telling you, I got the information to share with you to take you to the next level. Don't forget, guys, make sure you are hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, so we can get you guys all up to speed. Well, let's get to the getting started side of the house here. Now, I am going to be sharing my screen here in a minute to show you guys different things. So if you're on Instagram and you want to see a bigger view, you need to click the link in my bio and go over to YouTube, and you'll be able to see the whole screen of what we got going on here. But here's some of the key things that you need when getting started in government contracting. And this is just for the federal side of the house. Your local and state government are going to have their own systems that you need to register in. I don't know the name of those systems, so that's why I don't mention it going live. But the same information that you're going to need to register for the federal systems, you're going to need the same thing for your state and local. You could just put your state in Google, followed by government contracting, and their system should pop up. Same thing with your local government. Wherever you reside, that local county or city or whatnot, put that in, followed by government contracting, and that system should pop up that you need to get registered in. All right, so for the federal government to get started out, we got to go to SAM.gov. Now, I would prefer that you had an LLC or something of that nature, but by all means, you could do this as a sole prop. It's not going to be my best advice to tell you to do that. I think that's the worst way to enter the business space, right? We want to separate things. So yes, you can do it that way, but by all means, go start that LLC or something, or go buy that LLC is what I recommend. Than starting it from scratch. But if you started from scratch, by all means, have that LLC, and don't put LLC in your name. Just put the name of your company. We don't need to know that it's an LLC or anything of that nature. All right. So that's the first thing. We get our company registered, and then we go to SAM.gov. All right. We have to register on SAM.gov. I cannot make it if I do not register on SAM.gov. So let me show you exactly what that is going to look like for you over here. So once you get to SAM.gov, all you got to do is click on Get Started. It will walk you through every single step that you need to do. You're going to need a unique entity ID. This is going to help you get that unique entity ID as you go through every single step that it asks you. Now, I will tell you guys, as you go through this process, you need to make sure that when you put your business name on here, it's the exact way it's spelt on them IRS documents. If you didn't put LLC on the document when you filed at the IRS, don't put LLC right here. If you put L.L.C. Well, you need to make sure you put that in right here if you did put the LLC on there. However you did it with the IRS, it needs to match right here. As well as we need a physical address. How can I explain the physical address? I need to be able to pull up on it. So don't give me no P.O. box. Don't give me no virtual address. I need a physical address. Now, some people are going to frown about being, your home address being. I'm letting you guys know I'm a multimillionaire, and my business headquarters has always been my home addresses. So I don't know what people are talking about when they say that. Maybe it's stopping me from making 100 million. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I don't need 100 million. I'm pretty good with the millions that I'm making, and I cut a lot of expenses that these people be talking about on the internet. My business headquarters operate from my house. Now, with that said, it's all public information as well, so you do need to keep that in mind. I don't have any kids and whatnot that I'm worried about, but even if I had kids, I'm still not worried about it. Hey, if you decide to come to my house, may God be with you. I mean, it's Fort Knox over here. I got video camera surveillance all over the place. When you get within 10 feet of my house, I get an alert that somebody's coming to my house. So if you feel like that you could be the lucky one, by all means, do what you want to do. But what people will not do is force me to create expenses because of their fears of having their home address to their house or whatever. But, it has to be a physical address. Now, the reason why I stress that physical address thing, guys, it could be a closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll give you an example. I had a client, he had a friend that had an office, and his friend didn't have any extra offices. He just had a utility closet. I said, hey, can you ask your friend, can he put a strip on there that says Unit B, right? Because we're going to use that address, and your office is going to be inside of his office, but you're going to be Unit B, and it's just a closet because now it's physical. So if somebody wanted to come pull up on me, they could. Now, I didn't say that I got room for all of us to stand in the office. I didn't say that aspect of it. I gave you a physical location. We could be right outside the door or whatnot. Or if you want to stand in this closet with me, by all means, we can stand in there. But it's physical is the moral of the story, all right? So again, all of that you need to make sure you pay attention to on SAM.gov. Now, one of the other things that you are going to want to focus in on when filling out that SAM.gov is going to be your NAICS code. Your NAICS code there's two codes here. There's a NAICS code and a PSC code. You often don't hear people talk about the PSC code. They just talk about the NAICS codes because these people really don't do government contracting. But I like to compare these two codes like a grocery store. If I went into the grocery store, they got aisle numbers, right? So as I look up at the top of the aisle number, it says aisle 1 through 15. Well, I want you to consider your NAICS code to be the aisle number. So every product and service goes on an aisle. Now, I want to make a disclaimer. Just because the Department of Energy put that product or service on that aisle does not mean that the Army is going to put the same product or service on that same aisle. Possibility. But I need you to understand that no matter the product or service that you have, it's associated with a NAICS code minimum, or it could have 15 different NAICS codes. Like myself, I got 12 different NAICS codes for what we do. But there's one main one, okay? So now, we need to figure out what the NAICS code is, our main NAICS code that's going to put our main product or service on that aisle. Now, the PSC code. The PSC code, I like to look at it like the barcode or the SKU number from what some know it by. This actually puts the product on the shelf. So I got to the aisle with the NAICS code, but the PSC code tells me the exact product on that shelf. Now, you don't need to know your PSC codes for right now, but the faster you can find out what your PSC codes, the easier it's going to help you to search to find the actual contracts that you know how to do. Once again, not every government agency has the same SKU number PSC code for products and services. So we do need to keep that aspect in mind. All right. Once you get registered on SAM.gov and you have this information loaded in, honestly, you're ready to do government contracting. Everything else is extra. It just makes you better. The certifications, the capability statements. We do need to have a capability statements, but you can win a contract without a capability statement. You can win a contract without a website, cards, all that good stuff. I told you what you need to win a contract. You got to get started right here, the bare minimum. So don't let anybody scare you or deter you away thinking that you got to do so much more. That's just not true. Now, if you're trying to get some of the higher ticket contracts, $5, $6, $10 million contracts, well, yeah, we're going to have to make sure our stuff is in order a little bit better. But for the individuals that want to sell some products or something of that nature, little quick cleaning contracts or something of that nature, $10,000 contracts, $20,000 contracts, by all means, all you got to do is set yourself up right there in the getting started section. All right, guys, don't forget, if you got any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I will get to them. I want to start with maternal health and newborn care service. How should I go about naming the business? I'm not really good with the whole business naming thing. I would ask AI the business name, but what I would tell you this, I don't like putting my industry in my business name. And I'll give you guys a story about this. Now, granted, like if you're doing cyber and that's all you plan to do, something cybersecurity or something of that nature that you're doing, by all means, go ahead and niche your business out and put the niche business name in there, like Malmar Cyber, right? If I was just trying to do cyber. Now, what happens when I do something like that? I had a client, funny story. He was a aerospace engineer. And I mean, he really knew his stuff. He should be in those spaceships going to outer space, but I digress. Instead, he got involved with government contracting, and he was so gung-ho at chasing money and just listening to others tell him, just go get contracts, go do this, go get the easiest contracts out there. So he became a millionaire with cleaning contracts. Now, it's great that he became a millionaire with cleaning contracts, but he didn't really want to do cleaning. His gift was aerospace engineer. And that's what he really wanted to start government contract doing. But since he niched out the name of his business and put cleaning on it, I took his resume and his experience to one of my connections over at NASA because I was trying to get him this contract. So 6 months go by. We responded to an opportunity. He didn't end up winning. I went and talked to the client. I met him at lunch one day and I go, hey, what happened to this opportunity, man? I really thought that my guy was aligned to win this one. And he looked at me and he goes, Travis, what do I look like taking the taxpayers' money and giving it to somebody that's been cleaning up shit all their life? I mean, I had no argument back. I can't argue. Why would you give somebody $80 million and all of their past performance and the name of their business says all they know how to do is clean toilets? I understand you went to school for aerospace engineer, but since you chased money, the experience that the money brought to you was to clean toilets. And I wouldn't feel right giving somebody $50 million that all they've been doing is cleaning toilets all their life. And all I had was to read a resume of how they're the best aerospace engineer. I'm not doing that. So you need to be very mindful when you go to name these businesses that, you don't niche yourself out of opportunity because you're chasing money. Now, if it's really your craft and that's really something that you want to do, by all means, you can go ahead and niche your business out. But somebody like myself, right? Malmar is so generic. You can't tell me what my business does, right? I have to tell you what it does. Malmar, it's just a name. So that's why I do IT, I do marketing. We can get involved with construction. It depends on who want to talk to me at the time, how I present what Malmar does. I would never go talk to the construction companies about my IT and my marketing skills. I'm never going to go talk to the marketing opportunities about construction. I'm not going to show them any of that stuff. I'm not going to take them to the website they got construction on and nothing. My capability statement won't mention anything about construction. It will only talk about the opportunities that my customer has that I can serve. So I hope you got an understanding when it comes to that business name right there. All right, I see more questions. I'll get to them next as we continue on here. Now, we got to talk about the set aside superpowers here, guys. Now, I've been hearing a lot of people. That was funny too. I seen somebody talk about set asides are canceled. I don't know what they're talking about. I told you got to stop listening to everybody, man. It's dangerous out here. Set asides are not canceled. They are still alive and operating. Okay. So we have set asides. There's things like the 8A program. You got your SDVOSB. So that's your service disabled veteran owned small business. You got your veteran owned small business. You got your women owned small business. All of you all should be a small business when you get started. We ain't really got to fill out too much for that. Like if you ain't making over $30 million of 500 employees, it really depends on the NAICS code that you have will determine what makes you a large business. But if you ain't making that type of money and got those type of employees, you're a small business. All right. And a lot of you guys are going to be something that you may see emerging or very small business. All right. You could fall into that category right there. There's also Hub Zone. That's a underutilized area. So what I want everybody to do tonight, you are going to go to Google and put in the Hub Zone map, okay? Regardless of wherever your headquarters of your business is located, I want you to put that address in right there. Once you put that address in, it's going to take you somewhere on this map. If your address falls within the realm of being considered a hub zone, you can go get the hub zone certification. Now, there's rules to this. Don't quote me on a certain percentage right now. I can't remember off the top of my head. Dang, I'm not drawing a blank. I want to say like 30% of your employees must live in a hub zone. I said a hub zone. It could be higher. Dang, I forget. But they have to live in a hub zone, not the hub zone that your headquarters is in. Now you have to take your employee's address, their home address, and see if it's in a hub zone. Now, if you're just starting out in your business and you're located in a hub zone, and heck, you're running it out of your house is located in the hub zone, that's the headquarters of your business. You are the only employee of your business. You happen to live in the house that's in the hub zone. That means 100% of your employees live in a hub zone. I can go get the certification. I mean, these are really simple things. These are tricks that you can do. But that's how you get that hub zone. Again, you got to keep in mind the employee count. Here's the problem with hub zone. Usually this is going to be in underutilized areas unless you're in Washington, D.C., which I don't know how they consider the hub zone, but that's for another story. Anyways, the issue is, you got people living in a hub zone. You in government contracting, you're probably going to be paying these people more than they was making at McDonald's working in that hub zone. So naturally, what people do once they make more money, they move. So you have to monitor the situation to make sure your employees didn't move out of the hub zone and now your threshold of employee count doesn't fit anymore. Companies like Walmart do a very great job at this. They hire old people. Old people ain't never going to leave nowhere. I have clients that do tricks. They may hire old people to be janitors or admins to sit in their office so they can make sure that number doesn't change. Because I don't care how much you pay an old person. If they've been there for 30 years, they not leaving. You know what I'm saying? You see all them old people at Walmart jingling the bell, man. They just getting perks off of that. But anyways, those are going to be your set asides. Now, if you guys come here to SB Money Flow and you guys go to our GovCon marketplace down here, honestly, when you go to look at those contracts, there's a strategic thing that you could utilize, and you come here with your filters, go to set asides, And now you can find all of the opportunities based off whatever your certification is. Now, the 8A program is the only set aside program that people can graduate out of. Well, they will graduate out of unless they're Alaskan Native or a Native American. And if you come across those opportunities, leave them alone because it ain't nothing you could do to compete with an Alaskan Native or a Native American company. But a strategy with the 8A is find companies that are about to graduate the 8A program because they're going to lose every one of their contracts from the 8A program. So you can come in and partner with them. So now the contracts that they were going to lose, they can at least get 49% of those contracts by being your teammate. And since they know the contract and they know the customer, if you get them on your team, the odds of winning the contract as you get into the 8A program become pretty good. All right. Now, I'm not going to go deep into the 8A program because I truly believe most of you guys aren't ready for the 8A program. And since it's a time limit on it, I don't want you guys to get into the program. Instead, you'll know when you're ready to get into the program. Utilize some of these other set asides, small business, veteran owned, women owned. Use one of them before you step into that program. Now, another trick here with these set aside things, okay? Just because I'm not a women-owned company does not mean that I can't go after women-owned contracts. All I have to do is find a partner. Now, of course, the partner is going to take 51%. They need to be women-owned, but I can take 49% of something I couldn't access without them. So this is why you want to make sure you get your network up and you understand I'm trying to load my tool belt up. So however I got to shoot this thing, I can pull it out whichever way that you want to have it happen. Maybe I go at it myself or maybe I got to get a partner. But regardless, I hate being in the position where I can't fire my weapon because I ain't got the right tool next to me. That can't work. But when you don't get out there and build relationships, there's a reason why you don't got the right tool next to you. All right. Don't forget, guys, make sure you guys are hitting this like button, subscribe, share this live feed out with 3 other entrepreneurs or business owners. If you're on Instagram and you want to see the bigger video, by all means, click the link in my bio. Come on over here to YouTube so you can see the bigger view. My bad, my LinkedIn folks, I forgot to keep looking at my phone. Let me make sure y'all don't have any questions down here as well. Don't forget, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I will answer them as we go. Phil, how would you adjust your product price to cover the FOB shipping to still be profitable? Your product is 40,000 pounds of rice going from Cali to Jersey, costing $12,000 in shipping. You got to just put it on there. Usually the contract isn't like telling you to put a separate line item for shipping and handling. They just want you to tell the price, and the price is going to include everything. So you just bake your price for shipping and handling in there. Now, I would really, really make sure I know for a fact what that shipping price is, because you're not going to have room for error once the contract gets signed. So you need to make sure you got, you have enough profit margin in there for a hiccup or two. And that shipping of that size, you really want to make sure whoever's delivering it, that they get it there on time and how it needs to be. Like, because that's a lot. You don't want to mess that up. That ain't sending like no computer somewhere. You got a lot of weight right there. But by all means, anytime we're talking shipping pricing, you're just going to put all of that into the total price. You wouldn't break it down in a line item form. Let's see where we at. Oh, the next one. Let's get to our next topic here. What do we got? Winning your first bid. That's always a good one right there. All right. When it comes to winning your first bid, guys, again, a lot of you guys are making this harder than what it needs to be. I keep hearing people talk about proposals and whatnot. And, winning your first bid, it becomes so much easier if you would just focus on the contract. Like, so many people want me to tell them, like, this is what you do to write the proposal, or this is what you need to do to win that contract. I would be considered a liar if I told you this is what you got to do to write a proposal for that contract. The only thing that I know that you have to do in order to win that contract and write a proposal that's good or a quote that's good is to read the contract. If you're not willing to read that contract, I don't know how to write that proposal. If you're not willing to read that contract, I don't know what to tell you to do for a quote. Because they may tell you they want a cover page, and if you don't have a cover page, you automatically fail. They may tell you that they only want 3 pages and you turned in 6, you automatically fail. They may tell you that we wanted 2 subject matter experts on this project and you gave them 1, you automatically failed. They may say only write this thing in 18-point font and you wrote it in 20, you automatically failed. So it's imperative that, 1, we find the contract. That's the very first thing. The next thing that we're going to take our time to do is to research. Now, you don't have to do this for every opportunity. If it's something like a quote, all right, a RFQ, request for quote, by all means, go find the product and whatever they like, whoever tells you this is the price of that product, well, we got to go with the pricing that we get. I wouldn't just look for one person. Like, I need to at least 3 minimum is my number. If you can go up more, better. But I got to find multiple people that can deliver the product so I can get the best pricing. And then I can make the determination on what I'm going to make the price for the government. But at least I know who got it, how much they going to charge me, what the delivery fee and all that stuff is going to be, so I can accurately price that quote. Now, when it comes to RFPs, I highly advise you to do your research first. Now, I'm going to show you guys something here. You, by all means, can come to usaspending.gov or fpds.gov. And what this data will pull up for you is the already awarded contracts. So you could take your time, put in your NAICS codes, figure out what your niche industry is, and see who the players are. Now, here's what I like to do. I'm going to show y'all how I get to the money quick. All right, so you can put in your NAICS code 54151. All right, there we go. So I can put in my NAICS code right here, right? Now, it would be best to find opportunities that, were no later than 4 years ago. And the reason why, so most contracts are going to be 5-year contracts. So if I look at contracts that was awarded 4 years ago, they should be coming up for renewal this year, right? So I want to prepare myself and know what's going on. Now, I think listen, most people fail in business because they try to do everything from scratch. And I think only a fool operates that way. Instead, guys, if this is my niche industry, and it's telling me right here, now I know some of these numbers are just going to sound too real. You like, Travis, I can't do $15 billion. All right, I get it. So let me come back down something a little bit more reasonable for you, not $15 billion. I hope you guys see all of the billionaires and the 100 millionaires that are winning in government contracting. That's why I can't keep talking to people on the internet when they talk about government contract. They have no clue what they're talking about government contracting dead and all this because of one Doge industry that's only what do they say, $11 billion. I keep having people ask me, is government contracting dead? Elon Musk, he's over here fighting all this money. Do you know the budget is $3.54 plus trillion dollars? And you over here telling me government contracting is ending because a man found 50 billion. I don't care if he found $100 billion. The budget is 3.54 trillion plus. I believe it's at $4 trillion. And you out here questioning is government contracting still alive. Don't talk to me about that. Instead, what I want you to do is say, okay, hold on. This is my industry. Now, I ain't going to keep going back. But I would go find the companies that are doing $10 million to $100 million because that's where you see yourself at, right? So now I can start to cheat and I can go, okay, well, wait a minute. You know, Insco Incorporated is winning $77 million of my money. That's my money. How do I know it's my money? Because he does the exact same stuff that I do. He got my NAICS code. He look like me, talk like me, walk like me in my mind. Because they at a whole nother level, $77 million, they at another level. Instead, we about to walk like them, talk like them, look like them because we about to cheat. So now that I got their information right here, I got their phone number, I got the customers that they're winning their money with. So I ain't even got to guess. I know my customers should be the DOD, DOT, DHS. Why? Because I'm about to cheat. And if this business is winning all my money, well, I want to go to the same customers that's giving them all this money. But I'm not going to just go to them any type of way. Instead, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take this company's name. I'm going to put it in there. It's going to take me to their website. Now, people say, well, Travis, like, what should my website look like? Well, here goes exactly what your website should look like. Then I'm going to come run back over here to SB Money Flow. I'm going to build my website to look like their website. If they got trucks in the top picture of their website, damn it, I got trucks in the top picture of my website. If their colors was blue, my colors is blue. If they got the bar up there to go across the top, I got the bar up there to go across the top. If they talk about upcoming events, I'm going to talk about my upcoming events. If they got rocket ships right here, I got rocket ships right here. I hope you're seeing all I'm trying to do is make myself look like the winners that's already winning. The reason I want to make myself look like the winner that's already winning, because I'm about to approach the customer who already awarded them and said they were the winner. Now, what this is going to do is when I go sit down in front of the customer, they don't have to figure out if I know what I'm talking about or not. Instead, they're going to read my information and it's going to read similar to the people that they already gave $77 million to. Now, I'm not going to just do one like that. Like, I'm going to put together like 15, 20 companies and I'm going to hack it to figure out how I need to cheat to make myself look. But why would I come up with new words on what cybersecurity means when this company right here obviously explained what cybersecurity means very well because they're winning $70 million. I would be a fool to sit there and try to come up with what I think cybersecurity would mean to the government when I can just look at the websites and see exactly how this customer and government understands cybersecurity. This is why you need to take your time and research. The fools don't research. The fools don't come up with a strategy because they won't take their time to do this part. Instead, they chasing money. I told y'all, I'm not in that lane. I don't teach y'all how to chase money. I'm expecting you to generate so much wealth that it can be passed down to your children. We can't do that throwing contracts over the fence like these people on the internet be telling you to do. Now, by all means, if you need to get some money in your pocket right now, throw a couple things over the fence, but you better be coming up with a strategy that you could stay here for 11 plus years like myself. You dig? Anyways, that's how we are going to cheat and hack the system. Now, with SB Money Flow, we're going to move a whole lot faster than that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I understand. I showed y'all the free stuff, but we don't move that slow. over here with SB Money Flow. I can come over here and find all of my potential partners that I need. I can find these companies that I need to cheat off of very quickly. I can click on an opportunity right here, and I can come down here and I can see who was the incumbent that won this stuff before. I can see the potential price that they charged previously. And most importantly, I can come right here and we've already picked out your potential partners. So all of a sudden you can find companies right here that you could potentially work with. And if you want to find a little bit more, you can go ahead right here, click on Explore Partner Finder. And now all of a sudden we got all of the partners. This person is making 127 million, probably won't talk to you, but I can guarantee you these people down here that's making a couple million, they'll pick up the phone for you. And see how fast I just did that other way that I was showing you. Look, I had to show you the free site because a lot of people say they can't afford the tool. They say they want to be millionaires, but yet they don't want to invest a couple $100s a month to do things faster. I can't argue with that. So if you want the free side of the house, I showed you the free side of the house. But if you want to move fast, SB Money Flow, this is just how we operating out here. All right. Cash flow hacks is our next topic of discussion. Again, this is something that I've noticed with a lot of individuals. Ask Travis, the money. Now, there's a difference between being an entrepreneur and a business owner. An entrepreneur to me hustles. I used to be an entrepreneur when I was first getting started out. I was hustling. What do I mean by that? I was generating revenue by any means necessary. I need to make money and put it in my pocket. That's an entrepreneur. A business owner has this thing called employees. It's a whole different ball game when you start having employees, because you got to make sure that these people eat before you eat. You can't have disgruntled employees. You don't want a bad name. You don't want your employees telling the government you ain't paying them or you ain't treating them a certain. You don't want that. That's why most people don't have employees. They scared of the payroll. So I consider them to be entrepreneurs and not business owners, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking to scale and become a business owner, well, we really gotta watch our cash flow. And the reason why is because the government don't pay all the time as fast as they're supposed to. Now, by all means, there are tricks that we can try to get paid faster. We can negotiate with the government to get paid faster. I'm not sure if the Prompt Payment Act is still intact. I don't know what this new president, but they used to have a Prompt Payment Act to get you paid a little bit faster. But when you're working with things like the DOD, their process is just longer to get paid. So what I try to tell you guys, prepare yourself for 30 to 60 days, worst case scenario, before you get your money. It could take up to 60 days. Anything can happen, especially, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm waiting. I am currently waiting at this moment for $290,000 to hit my account. I pray it's going to hit sometime soon because another payroll is coming up on the 15th. And if that payroll hit again, I'm over $300,000+ in the hole. Now, I don't have no fear the government is paying me. See, things like what Doge is creating in these mix-ups, like, hey, it's causing confusion right now. And you as the contractor are going to be the one that's going to hurt for a second. But they'll repay and reimburse you for this stuff. I just want you to be prepared so you don't panic and you don't lose faith and do stupid things. Because I'm telling you, when people need money, they do some stupid stuff. Don't let that be you. All right? So what we're going to end up doing here, if you have payroll, I want you to pay your employees on the 15th and the 31st. This is going to save you so much money and heartache. Don't you pay your employees every Friday? You're going to find yourself in a world of trouble if you pay them every Friday. The 15th and the 31st, here's what happens. When they first start work, they're not going to get paid on the 15th. If they start on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way up to the 14th, if they start then, when the 15th comes, they don't get paid. They got to do a pay period in the hole. That's saving you because you ain't getting paid yet. You have nothing to invoice to the client. Now the 31st comes. Here's the problem. When the 31st comes, you are in a full-blown payroll now. That first payroll on the 15th, it was broken because some people started on this day, some people started on that day, so it was staggered. But that 31st payroll is your full payroll. This is what you're going to have to pay. Mind you, you still ain't got paid yet because you didn't have anything to invoice. The 31st, you now got your timesheets and all of that stuff that you can invoice the customer for the service work that you have done. Now, the goal is hopefully you can get paid before that next 15th hit. But sometimes it don't work out like that. And if you're just getting started out, if the bank sees this large payment come in, they're going to hold it for a couple days. So I really want you to have the money for the 15th too. And hopefully by the next 31st, that check is cashed and you're still going to be in the hole. Because remember, we're in payrolls and that first payment that you got was a broken payment because you had that broken time when people got started. It's probably not going to be until the third payment of a service-based contract that you break even. Could be the fourth, depending on what you're doing. But just keep that in mind. That's how you're going to save tons of money when it comes to payroll. Now, if you guys are buying products and things of that nature, I would highly advise you to utilize a credit card. Do not buy the products with your bank. Use a credit card. The reason why we're going to use a credit card, one, it ain't your money. I'm saying we want to have our money for a rainy day for us. The rain may come down and hey, I deal with the credit card money, how that thing operate, but we're going to pay our credit card off. The reason I want you to do a credit card is because I'm going to lower your life expenses by utilizing that credit card. I just went around to Dubai for a couple of weeks and I didn't pay $1 out of my pocket. I used my points that the government provided to me. See, I buy so many products on my credit card for the government that, yes, I get reimbursed my money plus profit, but I also have over 1 million points. Well, now I get to fly first class. They call me Mr. Davis when I check into the hotels and everything. I got luxury status because of my credit card points. So that's just something that you can keep in your mind when it comes to that. All right. Don't forget, guys, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this live feed out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners. We're almost done and about to get out of here. Got a question. SB Money Flow is great. Used to find the email hierarchy for our agency. I emailed them and actually got a call back from the CEO and we talked for 30 minutes. Hey, I love hearing great stories like that, man. I appreciate you for sharing that with us. Keep doing the thing. Hey, when you do one thing that works, I learned, do it again and again and again and again. Like, keep repeating that cycle. And when you do something that works and you keep repeating and it works, you need to document everything because we're going to pass that off to somebody else, right? What you'll start to realize as the visionary of the business, the person that's going to scale the business and generate the millions of dollars that you know you deserve. I can't have you tied up sending emails all day. I can't have you tied up talking on the phone all day to random ass people. I can't have you tied up reading contracts and things of that nature. I need you in the streets shaking hands and kissing babies so you can make the big ticket sales. But we can't get in the streets if we don't document our processes. So as you're doing these steps to make yourself a better person, you're going to document every single step because eventually you're going to pass these tedious tasks that don't make money off to somebody else because the task still got to get done, but it don't need you to do it. Because if you're sitting behind a computer for 4 hours a day sending emails that don't make no money. You just cheated yourself out of 4 hours that we could have went out in the streets and closed the deal for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? So just, we got to start processing things a little bit differently. And that's why I want everybody to have systems so you guys can move a whole lot faster when it comes to business. All right. All right. Our last topic for tonight here. What do we got? Network to the hero. I guess I kind of was speaking on that already, guys. One of the biggest things that I've learned in my life is it just takes one person to change your life. And I talked about this last night, and I challenged you guys. I said, hey, I need you to look in your phone, and I want you to look at the 10 people that you talk to the most, whether it's in a group text or whatever. If you can't total up those 10 people and they don't equal at minimum $10 million, then we got a problem on our hands. You can't become a millionaire because you ain't got no millionaires around you. You ain't talking to no millionaires. Instead, you keep talking to people that go to work every day, which I'm not knocking it, but you told me you wanted to be a multimillionaire. So I have to tell you the truth. You can't become the multimillionaire because every time you pick up your phone, every piece of information that come into this computer right here, which is the mega computer of all computers in this world, all the information that come in here is per hour, like $50 per hour. Like you over there asking your friends, what did you make? $92,000 this year? Like, hey, do you know a millionaire has to make $83,333 a month? And you over here talking to somebody that only knows how to do that in a year? I'm not knocking them. I'm just telling you, you can't get to where you need to be because your capacity, you haven't raised your mental capacity yet. And still it's shrunk right around the people that you talk to the most. So I need you to get out in the streets. I need you to start meeting more people that are profitable. But here goes the kicker, guys. SB Money Flow, back to SB Money Flow again. I can come right here. You guys say, well, Travis, I need to meet some people. Okay. Well, guys, we can come in here. There's always something called the industry day, right? So I can come in here and look for my industry days. And if I just go to these meetings, I'll find a whole bunch of players there. Real simple. The other real simple thing to do again is to click on these contract opportunities and find those companies, guys. I can't stress this part out enough. Hopefully this is a contract. Click on these contract opportunities, go to Explore Partner Finder, flip this bad boy around. And again, these people right here doing $5,000 all the way up to $1 million, like they will open the door for me. You can't tell me that IP Network Solutions don't want to make $10 million. I'm pretty sure $454,000 is some good money to most of you all. But I know they're not going to be satisfied at $500,000. They are looking for any chance to jump up to millions. Now, see, I've been in the game long enough. I know they just need my help. Right? I know they need my system. They don't have business development. They haven't invested in no system that's helping them find contracts faster. So I could just come in and literally help them find contracts faster, and we could just partner on the stuff that they do already. The other thing that I would look forward to is I would come here and come to headquarters. And guess what I'm going to do? 2219, or what is my zip code? 20772, right? I'm going to put that zip code in right there. Oh, granted, I ain't got nobody. All right, we're going to take the zip code off, and I'm just going to go, we'll just put in Maryland. Why am I doing this? Well, business is a whole lot easier if I can pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? I can have a way better conversation if I can go meet you in your office. Well, guess what? Now I can just click on the company. I find out they're located in Annapolis, Maryland. I got their whole website, blackwood.ai. So they probably doing something with AI. And I'm going to try to schedule a meeting with them. It's just that simple. Now, here goes the other beauty about our whole SB money flow system. I can actually track all the meetings right here, right? I could set the calendar up and do the meetings and whatnot. And then again, I would have my opportunity card right here for my FU network. That's what I call it over here, the FU network. That's the follow-up network, right? So I always say, how many people did you say FU to today? Like that should be something in the back of your mind every day. Every day you should meet a stranger. I told you it just takes one person to change your life. So how many strangers can I meet every single day? And now I'm going to track them all right here to make sure I stay on top of all of my new strangers. And again, watch how your life changes when you start meeting these strangers out there in the street. It only takes one stranger to change your life. Real business has nothing to do with what you know. It has everything to do with who you know. If you don't believe me, I want you to look at our president's cabinet that he appointed. The RFK Juniors. The Patels. The guy over the military, DOD. These people would never be selected based off of what they know. They are only there because of who they know. So I need you guys to start to wake up and understand the power of who you know. And I need you to get your ass out and start meeting more people. It's just that simple. I get sick and tired of hearing everybody cry and complain about life ain't fair, and you keep waking up talking to the same people that you've been talking to for the last 15 years of your life. Why do you think ain't nothing changing? Because you ain't changing. Instead, you keep hanging around the same group of people expecting change. That's idiotic to me. And look, they got apps, Eventbrite. I can come to Eventbrite and find events all around me, located in my niche industry if I want to. There's another one called Meetup. I can go to Meetup and find events happening all around me. There's another one called Facebook. There's events happening all around me. There's a great one called a Chamber of Commerce. They got the Black Chamber of Commerce, the Latino Chamber of Commerce. They got the Men Chamber of Commerce. They probably got some little kid chamber. It's a Chamber of Commerce for everything. And then they got the Chamber of Commerce. Why are you not a part of these organizations? They got trade groups. Why are you not a part of the trade group? What is it going to cost you? $200 for the year to be a part of a group? Hell, I even seen that they had a doorknob org. I didn't even know they had this. Doorknob organization. That's a nonprofit. Like, it was so stupid, I couldn't even look. Where is that stupid? It's probably in here if I look in this doorknob collectors thing. I'm telling you, I seen a gathering, a conference for some doorknobs. I'm just trying to tell you guys, there's events and meetings for every industry in every single space. You have to get from around the people that you have been around all your life. I'm not knocking them. I'm just telling you they can't help you no more. You're at the capacity with them. And you told me that you wanted to become a person that you've never been before. Well, you're never going to become that person if you keep waking up and talking to the same people that's been there all your life. They scared. Look, let me tell you these people. They're probably talking about fear of getting on planes right now because the news keeps showing them planes. So they're like, I ain't flying nowhere. Them planes going to go down. Well, planes go down every single day, whether you know it or not. It's been happening all of our life. But do you know the plane is safer than jumping in the car? Do you know the plane is safer than getting on the train? So I'm not about to project the fears that my plane is going to be the one to go down. Instead, I got to get on this plane because I need my life to change. Those same people are probably telling you that the world is against us right now. Well, I know for a fact that every election, there's usually change that goes on. I also know for a fact that every election, half of the world hates what's going on and half of the world, or United States, hates what's going on and half of the United States loves what's going on. It's happened all my life. I still wake up every day happy with a smile on my face. I got a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and I get to eat. So I don't know what they're talking about. It's crazy that they wake up and they do the same thing too, but yet they're so scared that the world is coming to an end. I can't talk to those people because it's going to limit me from the growth and trajectory that I see myself on. You have to get yourself around other people that are at the level that you see yourself being. If you see yourself making $100,000 a year, there's nothing wrong with that. You can be comfortable right there. But again, you told me you wanted to be a millionaire. And if you ain't a millionaire yet, well, we got to change up our network. Your network is your net worth. And I hate it. Well, I ain't going to say I hate it. It was a tough time for me to make the shift that I made because everybody that I've been around all my life, man, they didn't call me Uncle Tom's. Bootlicker. I can go down the list of names that I've been called because the people that I used to drink and party with all the time, I say, I don't want to have those conversations no more. I don't want to just drink and chase women all day no more. I want to talk business. All they kept saying, all you always talk about is business. All you always care about is money. All you care about is spending the money. I'm over here trying to change the way that we operate, and I realize I can't convince a fool to get on my journey. Instead, I'm the fool trying to convince them to make change for themselves and they don't want it. So instead of wasting that energy and that time, I got on a plane. I went to Nebraska, scariest time of my life. Because in my community that I was raised in, to get on a plane to Nebraska in the middle of the United States, I'm still scared of Mississippi, but to get on a plane to Nebraska in the middle of the United States in my community is frowned upon because, stranger danger, and there was a whole bunch of people that didn't look like me. Come to find out, when I got off the plane in Nebraska and I went to a conference that had over 5,000 people in it, and I'm not joking with you, I could count on one hand how many black people was in that room. But surprisingly, all the white people was pretty cool. Instead, they told me a whole bunch of information. They put their arm around me and said, hey, welcome to the event. Matter of fact, my room is up here. After this is over with, why don't we talk a little bit? We can come down to the bar and put some things together. And those strangers changed my life simply because they showed me that the thought that I had in my mind about how the world operates wasn't true. Just by me getting on the plane, I realized all white people ain't against me. In all actuality, a lot of them are out here to help me. But they can't help somebody that they can't hear from. They can't hear from me if I take all of these fears and negativities that my community keeps instilling in my mind. It makes me so scared to utilize the gift that God gave me called my voice. My voice can be heard if I utilize it. And every time I utilize my voice in the way that the man upstairs wants me to utilize it, what is that? Well, the path that I see myself going in. I only talk that way. Well, if you keep talking and you keep talking loud, I guarantee you the man upstairs is going to send that right stranger to hear the words that are coming out your mouth. and your whole life will change. So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, you must get out in these streets and network. White, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Middle Eastern, I don't care. The man upstairs built people to love. Are there some bad people out here? Absolutely. But there's more good people than there are bad people. You just got to go introduce yourself to them. All right, guys, I hope y'all got some value out of tonight. We definitely went on here a little bit longer. Y'all drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you picked up anything that I put down tonight. Once again, if you picked up any nugget of information that was put down tonight, put a fire emoji down there in the chat. Again, this is the only way that I understand that you picked up anything that I put down. We are here live Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. 8:30? Yeah, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. We have tons of videos on YouTube. So if you are watching on another channel, by all means, you can go over to the YouTube channel and watch more of those videos. I try to put things in my story on Instagram so you can learn a little bit more about who I am and how I operate. So follow me over there on Instagram. If you would like to learn more about government contracting, you can go to govconcheatcodes.com and find out more information right there. We're not going to be back in 2 weeks. I guess I should have deleted that one off, huh? We will be here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone, going over SB Money Flow and showing you exactly how it can operate to help you as a small business owner. So once again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can get alerted when we do open that room up tomorrow. Let me make sure I don't have any questions that I missed. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat and we'll go over them very quickly. But if I don't have any questions, which I don't believe I've seen any, I appreciate you. Oh, look, we got somebody on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know I'm streaming on Twitch, but I'm streaming to Twitch. Trying to get my Twitch numbers up. So I appreciate you watching the video on Twitch. I didn't even know anybody was watching this thing. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit more. But thank you for being here. Once again, I thank each and every one of you. I love you all. I hope y'all have an amazing night. But that's all I got for you guys. This will go off when the music goes off. Oh, and I'm going to have a special for you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? All right, so I guess I'm going to stay up all night and complete this $7 offer that I got for you guys to help you guys out with government contracting. That's it, just $7. Hopefully I have it done by tomorrow on the live stream, and I'll share it with you guys. Other than that, once again, I love you all. I'll talk with you tomorrow. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you later.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. Swish. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure.